Right, so this is the bike we're discussing today, guys. It's different for me to be off the bike and talking. So we're going to discuss, is the CBR500 worth it? For things you should know before you buy it. And the main theme of this video is 5 things I love, 5 things I hate. Or let's say hate, that's a bit of a strong word for this bike. 5 things I personally don't like as much as things that I love. So that's what we're going to go for. So I think the first thing that I'm going to start with, the thing I love, is the dash, 100%. Except for the previous gens, but we are going to talk about them all as a whole, so this is just a bonus one. I love the dash on this. So first, let's get started. I love the sound of mine, but I can't add that. Oh, it's dirty as fuck. But I can't add that because I got a third-party exhaust. I got Scorpion, not the stock. The stock sounds like, you know when you stick your head out of a car window and it's just like, that's what it sounds like when it's stock. So I hope you guys are enjoying my sound effects, like my jet wash impression. Right, okay, so we're going to get moving and we're going to get discussing 5 things I love, 5 things I hate. Let's get some heat going because fuck me and my hands cold. It is freezing today, but we're making another video. So right, we're going to start off with the negatives today. So 5 things. You know what, I've got to check on recording because I've done this several times before. Look, it's a CB125F. That's what I did my A1 on. I'll never forget that bike because it taught me one thing: never buy a CB125F. Right, okay, let's get going. Let's do one positive, one negative, and then we'll finish off with a big positive. So right, but the first positive I'm going to talk about is you don't have to restrict it. It is an incredible bike on its own. Does not need a restrictor kit for A2 because it is just dead on 47 horsepower. If you're being specific, it's like 46.7 or something, but you know, but on dynos it comes out like 44. I don't know how it all works. Oh, look at that. So yeah, right, so our first point is you don't have to restrict it. There is this engine you can use the full capacity of. It is a A2 compliant bike, as they call them. I believe you're going in there, so I'll just wait a sec before I get stabbed by one of them forks. So yeah, these road conditions are shit today, guys, as well. I've nearly come off about 100,000 times and counting. It's like icy, greasy, moist, you know, whatever you want to call it. Right, we're going to go this way. This is the old routes we used to take with the Yamazaki, so I'm doing them again because I think that's fun for us today. What is this shit in the road? That just seems like a disaster for me. Oh, now it's all over my wheels. Lovely. Right, okay, so we talked about, you know, you don't have to restrict this bike. You buy it, it's yours. That whole engine. Whereas, you know, the CBR500, you have to restrict it to like half its power. And you can, it's CBR500R restricted to A2 is like having a CBR500 with double the price tag, and you can only use 50% of the cylinders, essentially. Yeah, so the next thing, no, we're going to do a negative next, aren't we? So we talked about restrictor is a positive. No restrictor is a positive. Now the negative, one of the negatives that I've noticed the most is, I feel like I'm going to die going down here. I apologise for the clicking on the side of my helmet. It's my audio thing. I did tape it down, but I believe it's come undone. Right, the next one I'm going to say is the weight. This is a heavy motherfucker. This is a big boy. I hate this corner. The roads are so greasy, they're shining right now. So it is a big heavy boy. It is chunky. I'll put the official weight on the screen now, but it is over 110 kg if I remember right. I'm talking in terms of wet weight, by the way, when it's got a fuel tank, oil, you know, all the hydraulic stuff's in it. Look how greasy this shit is. So yeah, it is heavy. This bike is actually heavier than an R7, but Hondas are always heavy for some reason. I don't know why. But that's going to lead us straight on to a positive. So it is heavy, but for handling is absolutely fucking mental. This bike is incredible. You can lean around all the little corners. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to die or not around here. We'll find out. So yeah, the handling is mental. You can really throw yourself into corners. It's incredibly easy to control as well, this bike. I'm surprised at how, you know, it's heavy. Yeah, I've got maximum control exactly where I want to go. It'll take me. You can get really far down in the corners. So its handling is a major one-up on every other A2 category bike there is for this. I love it. So yeah, moving on to another negative. It is branded as a sport bike, but in my opinion it's really a sport tourer. I'm going to elaborate on that for you, because everyone's going to be looking at me like, Nath, what the fuck are you talking about now? And I say that because, you know, one major thing for me, its seat positioning is not aggressive. It doesn't feel like I can really get down on the tank, you know, and lean forward and go 150 mile an hour kind of thing. You know, the Yamaha had a bit more of an aggressive position. Look at this straight down here. Whoa! My dash is in kilometers an hour, by the way. Oh, my eyes are watering from that. I got my visor open. So it feels like a sport tourer more than a sport bike, and I think that's one of the things that disappoints me about it. But it's mental. So, leading on from that, that's only a small point. I'm going to go back to another positive. I'm doing this a different way to everybody else because I'm special around here. I'm so cold. So another positive of this bike is they look huge and sexy. The bike looks incredible and it looks a lot bigger than it is. I think the CBR500 looks smaller than this because it's smushed at the back. Whereas the frame of this bike is a full bike frame. There you go. Let's have a pull in this lay-by and have a look. I'll show you what I mean. It's good timing. Do you guys remember me coming off on the Yamazaki because of gravel? And now I'm about to do something stupid like this. Yeah, there you go. I'll control that. Right, let's get off and have a look at this body shape I'm telling you about. I've got to turn my grips off first before my battery dies. Keeps me nice and warm. I got my seat cowl on as well, it's quite cool. But yeah, it's filthy right now because I've been riding in the winter. But that is a full bike shape. There is nothing, if that wasn't written 500R on the side, you wouldn't be able to guess what CC that is, because the engine looks huge as well. My god, I love it down here. Look at the roads, they're well slippy. Like, what is this, ice or what? It's just grease. Ugh. But yeah, so this is what the bike looks like as well. I've got the double bubble Scorpion, the mirrors, the heated grips. I've decked this bike out. Tail tidy as well. I've sorted this bike out all myself. I got it as a stock bike. It was a cat end write-off just before I got it as well. It's had 3 owners. I just wait for this car to go past because I look insane talking to myself. It's had 3 owners, including me. So the first owner threw it on the floor, broke it, sold it, part exchanged it to a dealership. The dealer guy sold it to me. I'm pretty sure the only thing the guy at the dealer did was replace a panel. Pretty sure, because when I got it the handlebars were bent and everything. It was a total shit show. But I have turned it into a stunning Honda. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to guess that that's a 500 if you didn't have a sticker on it. Yeah, my plate is bent. Okay, well, that's another thing I noticed. Right, yeah, so then a general negative with this bike is the stock exhaust system. I've mentioned it at the start of the video. It sounds like you're sticking your head out a car window and the wind's going past. I personally don't like it. But with the Scorpion end can, which this model of end can is actually for, they sent me the wrong one. This one was for the 2019 one, I think. I ordered 2020 because that's what I am, I'm 20. Oh, that's my age as well. But yeah, so pretty much it sounds much better in a Scorpion. That guy is looking at me like I'm delusional as fuck. What is that? Oh, it's just bird shit. Cool. Lovely. But yeah, it sounds stunning. Much better than the mess that the stock exhaust was, because I got the stock exhaust off before I even took it out for the first time. I was like, no way am I using that. But yeah, the indicators on the new model are nice as well. So we talked about the body shape, we've had a look around the bike. I'm going to take some pictures now because I quite like where I am, and I'll get back to you guys in a minute. Alright, I have taken my photos and we're going to get on our way again. So guys, so far we got 3 positives, 3 negatives. Our positives are, it doesn't need a restrictor, it handles incredibly well, and the body shape is amazing. And then we have our 3 negatives. I'm just going to sum it up because I feel like I should have done it positives and negatives first, so I feel like I might have fucked this video, but you guys tell me how you like kind of a staggered view on it. And our negatives were, we talked about the weight, and then we talked about it was the body shape, not the body shape, sorry, my fault, how it feels more like a sport tour than a sport bike. It doesn't feel aggressive enough. And then we talked about the stock exhaust just while we stood here, and how it's not the best. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's get back on the road. I also got some nice photos for Instagram, I'm sure you guys will see them. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to let my tyres get used to a tarmac again because I've just had it on the fucking gravel. Hey, so yeah, we've got 2 more positives, 2 more negatives. Now, I want to talk about one of my favourite things about this bike is the acceleration. That is a huge positive. This bike is torquey as fuck. I mean, it's not as torquey as you know, an MT-07 or CBR500. That's the benefit you get with restricted bikes. Sorry, I apologise for that clicking sound. It's my mic adapter hitting the side of my helmet. I'm trying to control it. Piss off. There you go. If I tilt my head, the wind can't get to it. So yeah, the torque on this is insane. I mean, I'm comparing it to other bikes in its class. We're talking A2 compliant bikes, not A2 restricted bikes. Otherwise, it's shit. I mean, comparing this to the YZF-R3, the Ninja 400, you know, it's great. Whee! By the way guys, this road is the national speed limit, so please don't shout with me. Hey! So yeah, the next bit is we're doing another negative, and I'm actually running out of negatives to be fair, because this is quite a sick bike. Right, okay, I just had to pull over to do, just to check my facts, because I was giving a negative point. The parts are quite expensive in my experience, but that's because I go to official Honda dealers and get official Honda parts put on with their prices and everything. So you could say if you do take it into a garage, it is an expensive bike to own, but if you are doing all the maintenance and the part changing all yourself, and it's not, it is a great bike to own. There are lots of parts available, but the dealerships do charge a high price for them. That's what I was trying to say, and it very much frustrated me when I was trying to say it. So we're going to finish off with 1 more negative, 1 more positive of this bike, and the negative is the 500cc. That's the biggest negative of this bike. It's not a big 1000cc you're going to keep forever. It's a bike you'll fall in love with for 1 to 2 years and then upgrade, because it's only 47 horses and you could always use something a bit bigger, like, you know, a CBR1000, CBR650, or even a CBR, what is it, the CBR600, isn't it? CBR500R. Very nice bike. Guys, that's going to finish our negative list. We're going to talk about the last positive of this bike is it's a bike you'll never forget. It is one of them bikes that we are going to start moving, because I just realised I'm not actually riding the bike right now. Whee! Down these greasy shit roads I keep nearly falling off down. I've had enough of riding today, so I'm going to head back, because these roads are just too lethal for me, because my back wheel keeps slipping out, which isn't a problem with the Honda. Which we could bring that back to another positive. There's a bonus one for you guys. The Honda saved my ass about 3 times today with its ABS. I know ABS is standard, but the Honda did it as well, so there you go. But yeah, this is a bike you will not forget for, you know, a fucking long time. This is definitely a bike I want to keep forever, but I can't, because I've got bigger CCs to go on to, because it is amazing round town, down the motorway, down the dual carriageway. But that is why they're called middleweight bikes. So this is a great middleweight bike for the A2 class. Hey. Yeah guys, I apologise for the structure of today's video. I thought it'd be good if I did like one positive, one negative kind of thing. Turned out to be a bit messy, but I got my points across. So these are the things you should know before you buy a Honda CBR500 from someone who's ridden one for nearly a year. And I always give honest bike reviews. You'd know if I wouldn't suggest this bike, and I do 100%. If you're passing your A2, get yourself on one of these. It is the most stable, reliable bike in this A2 class, in my opinion. But anyway guys, thank you all for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and please do subscribe, that helps my channel out a lot. I've got a merch store as well you can check out. The designs aren't anything to do with me, just being about how you can have two girls sat on you at once kind of thing. Alright, bye!